This next chapter will show Malphas splitting his forces across multiple neighborhoods, forcing the teens to face personal fears, private ambushes, and public chaos simultaneously. Their faith, unity, and scripture-based strategy will be tested to the limit, culminating in a pivotal climax. Chapter 12. Fractured Streets, United Hearts. Chicago's night air burned with smoke and tension. Fires flared in abandoned lots, and shadows slithered along rooftops, alleys, and streets. Malphas' plan had evolved into a masterstroke of division. Each of the six would face their own trial, while chaos engulfed the city around them. Marcus, alone in the flames. Marcus ran toward a blazing block near Kiara's school. Smoke choked the streets. Flames licked the walls, while possessed individuals lurked in doorways. A whisper hissed from the fire, "You can't protect them all. You'll fail." Marcus's knees shook, fear clawing at his chest. But he remembered Elijah's training, faith spoken aloud as a weapon. Clutching his Bible, he declared, "The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear?" The shadows recoiled. Marcus moved forward, helping trapped civilians to safety, each step affirming his courage. He realized leadership wasn't about being unafraid, it was about standing firm when fear pressed hardest. Jasmine, betrayal and resolve. At her school, friends and classmates, possessed by dark whispers, turned against her. "Why bother?" they taunted. "You're just a child. You can't save anyone." Jasmine faltered for a moment, heart aching. Then she remembered David's steadfast prayers and her team waiting in the city. She raised her Bible and shouted with conviction, "Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world." The shadows melted. Her classmates blinked, confusion and awe on their faces. Jasmine understood. Faith alone isn't always enough. Faith combined with courage, spoken boldly, shifts hearts and unravels lies. David, the young anchor. David's bedroom was overrun with shadowy forms, whispering threats and doubts. He trembled, clutching his notebook. "I'm too small. I'm too weak." Then he remembered his friends, Marcus leading, Jasmine defending, Luis and Deshaun protecting the streets. He prayed aloud, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil." A golden light enveloped him. Shadows screamed and recoiled, dissolving into nothing. David realized even a child's faith, persistent and unwavering, could anchor a team in the storm. Deshaun and Luis, streets on fire. On the south side, riots and fires erupted on multiple blocks simultaneously. Possessed gang members hurled debris, screamed threats, and tried to trap civilians in chaos. Luis and Deshaun moved as one, scripture in their voices, prayer in their hearts, guiding citizens to safety and repelling attacks. Psalm chapter 144, 2 Chronicles chapter 20, and Isaiah's promises rang through the smoke. Even in the midst of overwhelming chaos, they discovered their teamwork was their greatest weapon. Alone, they would have been crushed, but together, coordinated and confident, they became unstoppable. Malphas, frustration and fury. High above the city, Malphas' eyes burned like coal. His forces had been split, his assaults scattered, yet the six had survived. "They stand together," he hissed. "They learn from every attack. They grow stronger with every trial. Then we must escalate, divide, deceive, and strike at the heart of their faith. Only then will the city fall to darkness." Shadows swirled like storm clouds around him, forming into dark projections of the six, mocking and whispering lies. But even these phantoms could not withstand the prayers rising across the city from the teens. The reunion, strength in unity. By dawn, the six regrouped at the church. Smoke still curled in the streets, but the city was calm. They were exhausted, bruised, and burned, but alive and stronger. Elijah greeted them quietly. "Tonight, you faced fear alone and chaos together. You saw the enemy's full strategy, and yet, you prevailed. Remember this, the enemy strikes to divide, to make you doubt. But your unity, your faith, and your courage are stronger than he imagined." Marcus looked around at his friends, Kiara safe beside him. "We're stronger together." Jasmine nodded, clutching David's hand. "And we fight with God." Luis and Deshaun exchanged a determined glance. Together, always. David whispered, and with prayer. High above, Malphas seethed, plotting the next wave. Chicago was a battlefield, the Six its light in the darkness, and the war was far from over.